Greetings, fellow goobers, welcome to my video. Today I wanted to talk about 3 riffs that got me into playing guitar. 3 riffs that I heard in my past that made me think, oh my damn, I want to play guitar now. When I was young, I heard these songs and, you do the typical, most guitar people, like whether there are heroes like Dimebag Darrell or Eddie Van Halen, like I know Dimebag used to say like when he was a kid he would be in his room locked up listening to Kiss records and like put on the makeup and like air guitar and everything. I essentially did the same thing like with these bands. Well, not really the one band, but it was a riff that was really infectious to me. It got me stoked. So these here are the 3 riffs that got me wanting to play guitar. That was Ba Wata Ba by Kid Rock. Now, I'm not a Kid Rock fan by any stretch of the imagination, but I had to give it up to this song because of that riff. That riff was just so heavy, so guttural. I mean, the first time I ever heard of Kid Rock, the first time I even ever saw Kid Rock, I think it was on like an MTV award show, music awards, like back in the day. He was performing, and he performed that song. So when he did the big "My name is Kid," it was like, oh shit, what's going on here? I don't care for his music whatsoever, but this riff again, it's just so, the way that guitar sounds, just the heavy chunk, the guttural, just like I just played. I mean, I don't even think what I just played sounds anywhere as heavy as the album, but still, that riff, I give it up to the guitar player at the time in Kid Rock's band who came up with that riff, because oh my god, it was just so damn heavy. Korn, Blind. The first time I heard this song, actually, well, okay, so I was born in 1987. So 10 years later, 1997, I'm 10. So like, I really wasn't, my mind wasn't like involved in rock and metal and stuff like that really. So my first time I ever heard this, I actually bought the Woodstock 99 CD for some reason at a music store. It made no sense as to why I even bought that album. On the one disc alone, it was mostly like rock and heavy metal bands, and Korn was the first song, Blind. So when I listened to it, just that riff, the main riff of the song, the dun 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 dun, you could hear how powerful it sounded on that recording. Like in my opinion, anytime I've ever heard a live recording of Korn, it just sounds so huge. In my opinion, they just sound better live than they do on albums, but that's just me. Just the simplicity of the riff. It's just just the fact that it's just a couple power chords, but it's just so big. It's like simple yet effective. And that's what I really loved about that. And I could just picture the sea of people jumping up and down and going crazy. And then it wasn't until a few years later when I finally saw the footage of Woodstock 99 Korn playing Blind that I was right. I knew I was right. It was crazy. Just a sea of just humans, you can't even tell there's people in there. It's just insane. So, Korn Blind, what a great song. Which brings me to my last riff. Creeping Death by Metallica. Weirdly enough, that's also the first time I heard that song on the Woodstock 99 CD. I didn't know what I was hearing at the time. I had no idea what my ears were taking in, but I knew it just was fast, it was heavy, and it was just an all-out assault. And then you hear like, you know, Jason Newsted doing some vocal duties on there as well, which were like epic and angry sounding. And then it came to the part I just played, the Die chant. And it just gave me goosebumps because, you know, the Die, hear everybody in the Woodstock audience yelling Die, first of all. How metal is that? You know, Jason with his motherfucker die. Like, so cool, so perfect. Perfect for the heavy metal, like hard rock thing. You hear that and you just want to all the energy. I think it's what these songs really brought to me was just energy and excitement. And that's what really got me into wanting to play guitar, specifically metal and rock. I just envisioned myself, you know, like I said, I'd be in my room air guitaring to these songs, not even really knowing how to play them, but just pretending like I'm the one on the stage, and just I imagine all these crowds, and it was just like such a nerdy thing to do, being like 12, 13 years old and just doing that. But man, I'm just glad that I finally spoke up and said, hey, Ma, Dad, I want to learn guitar. And I haven't looked back since. Korn, Metallica are still a huge influence on me today. Kid Rock, not at all, but hey, all these riffs are badass in their own way. So if you like this video, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like it, and come back for more. Till next time, take care. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment. Let me know what riffs got you into playing guitar.